Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie. This is Moon Directed, a channel where we work with energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I'm going to start out today with a channeled message for you. First, I'd like to wish you a happy 2021. It'll be a big year of change. And I keep forgetting, but please hit the thumbs up. It really helps the channel analytics. And if you'd like to leave me a comment, that's very helpful too. So, your channeled message, holy cow, it was so sweet and adorable. I just really wanted to stay in that energy for the longest time. And so what I saw was like a little girl, like something out of the 1800s or something. You know, she had on little bloomers and a little skirt and the bonnet, sunbonnet. She's dragging this big old bucket with water, and the water was leaking out the bottom. So she sits down and she looks at the water leaking around out the bottom, and it's getting into the grass, and so she's actually like sitting in like clover, and she scoops up the mud mixed with the clover and uses it to patch up the bucket. And I was like, she's using clover, and Spirit said lucky in love, and I'm like, okay. So she went back up to the top, back to the well, and was filling up her bucket again, and along came this little boy, and he was like in little blue jean overalls and a little straw hat on, and he came to fill up his bucket too. And I noticed that his had also been patched with like mud and clover, and so I was like, what is like the sweetest soulmate energy. But I think the message is here that when we do our inner child work and we heal the inner child, and we learn how to fill up our own bucket with emotional waters, that we don't need someone else to fill them up, then we meet people who have also done their inner child work, because they were just hanging out and laughing and playing, and it was truly adorable. And so I think that bodes well for 2021 for you, that if you've been doing your inner child work, that, you know, or even if you start doing your inner child work, that there is a lot of promise ahead for you. So this week I knew that that the fairies wanted to talk to you. I could tell. the fairies make themselves known, but they were like, no, we really want to talk to you. So I do have a fairy deck that we're going to use, but they also wanted to use this one, the Fairies Oracle, which is an amazing oracle deck. It was one of the first ones I got, and I still love it. Oh, okay. So you have Nels, the Alchemist. Let me see. There we go. She's holding a magic wand. It's number 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. Nels, the Alchemist. That's creating change for yourself. That is taking mud, you know, the grass and the water, and making mud out of it in order to fix something. That's alchemy when you mix two things together like that. It says inner transformation, irrevocable change. Woo! I said it. That word's been trailing after me all week. Okay. Irrevocable change. Change that you can't undo. In fairy, and sometimes our own world, alchemy is the study and the practice of transforming the soul from the lead of primitive conditioned reaction to the goal of spiritual and practical attainment. Nels is a mistress of the alchemical arts, and she also understands the daily life as a spiritual exercise. She recognizes that transformation may take place from the inside out or from the outside in when things are stuck and movement has become impossible. Nels firmly waves her rowan wand, and things happen in ourselves and in the world. Sometimes things just cannot move without readjustment, perhaps even radical realignment. We may feel that we should be able to bring out bring our plans to fruition, but we may be aiming at the impossible, or at least at the very inappropriate. Part of the improbability or inappropriateness may be a circumstance in the world, things that are beyond our control. Often inner transformation is required in order to achieve when we wish for the outer world, just as conversely, changes on the outer world can elicit inner transformation. Personal inner change is the truest transformation of all, and in the long run, it's the only change that really matters. Nels points out a path and we can follow, but she does not lead us by the hand along it, although she might give us a nudge if we seem to need it. When Nels turns up in your reading, get ready for things to happen, inwardly and outwardly. The stuck becomes unstuck. The blocked begins to move. You may have had to run to keep up with the speed at which the situation around you is moving. You may also be surprised by the direction change that you are taking. You may find your plans, even your desires and your dreams changing as the transformative process takes place. It might not have been in your plans, but later on you will look back and say, wow, it wasn't what I expected, but it was just what I needed. When we have been through such an alchemical process, we can never go back to what we were before, which is probably just as well. Such a great energy. Oh my God, all the readings so far this week. Very, very positive, uplifting, and by the way, in case you didn't know, 2021, it's going to be a big year of change. Okay, so 2020 gave us a lot of opportunities to learn things, to sift through what was important and what wasn't important, and so there is a need to really focus in on what was the wisdom that you gained this year, and then what is your strategy moving forward. That's kind of what's going on this week. Before I get any further, I do want to invite you to join on Monday nights when we do Moon Night Live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time US, at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time. And if you are down under, my friends over there, Sydney time, it is 11:30 a.m. on Tuesdays, not Mondays, on Tuesdays in Australia. So hope you can join me. It's always a good time. We pull cards for each of the signs of the zodiac and then answer questions out of the chat. So here we go. And my course starts this week. It starts on Saturday the 9th, and it runs for 6 months, and it is Discovering Your Destiny. We will take a look at your chart. We will look at the planets and their placements. We will check out some of the asteroids. We will just really walk you through your chart, plus some other things. I know we're getting into numerology, and there's a few other things that Spirit wants to cover. They keep telling me some things, but not everything, so I'm going to sit down this week and write down some of it and make sure that they don't forget. We're going to do it. Oh, wait, that I don't forget, they said. I knew that. I knew that. Okay, so we're going to do that. But they asked me to, I will be recording each of the lessons, but the classes will be live. I'm going to record the lessons ahead of time just because of computer crap. And so that one I will actually post online, and you will have an opportunity to check that out if you want, so you can kind of see what we're getting at and what we're doing in case you are on the fence and you can't quite decide if you want to do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. We start out with the moon in Virgo. Got there on Sunday or late Saturday, I can't remember. And Mercury is in Capricorn. Pluto is in Capricorn. So Mercury is going to conjunct Pluto, and they're going to have a conversation while the moon is trining them. And so how you feel about the conversation that is happening about what it is that you want to transform in your life. Really pay attention to that. At the same time, that moon is going to oppose Neptune in Pisces. And Neptune in Pisces is really about what are your dreams? What do you really want? What seems kind of out there But with all this energy in the grounded earth signs, you can manifest that. You just have to make some choices and some decisions. And so there's a lot of strategy involved this week in trying to figure out where it is that you go next. And what is it you want to do? And, the earth signs and the water signs are, very supportive energy for you, Scorpio. So lots of possibilities to really manifest this energy and create something for yourself. Neptune is in Pisces, and that would be your fifth house of creativity, of fun, and romance. And so what are your dreams around that? And what's the conversation that's going to be held around that? Wow, you guys have so many cards that came out. Looks like it's going to be an interesting week. Okay, I've seen this card before. I don't remember who had it. It was the first reading I think I did. Cancer had it. Okay, so water sign again. All right, so the moon, distilling that wisdom down, you have protect the fruits of your labors, prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead, and environmental conservation. So of course that would be global warming and taking care of our other sentient beings on planet, but this feels like conserving your energy, and we're getting ready to go into a new moon, so there's always that by the end of the week there's a need to conserve our energy. But there's also this conservation feels like learning to work more efficiently. There's going to be so many changes this year that there's going to be a need to be efficient in our movements as much as possible to navigate the changes and the energies and the downloads coming in from this Aquarius energy that's waving in. And so resting as necessary, being willing to stay hydrated. They just said stay hydrated, and just part of being prepared is going to be being well rested. So regular bedtimes, meal times, trying to focus on your personal health and well-being will be very beneficial as you navigate through this year in general. So then the moon is going to move into Libra at 12:42 a.m. excuse me, on Tuesday. And right away the moon is going to come into a trine energy, of a supportive energy with Saturn and we know about Saturn, right? And Jupiter. And so again, it's about that strategy, that structure, using that air energy to figure this out. And this is happening in your fourth house of home. So you might be making some plans around how to navigate through things at the home in order to create the space and the energy that you need. But I really want to encourage you to take time this week to sit down and write down, actually journal out what your gratitude list is. The higher vibrational energy you're in, and gratitude is the easiest way to get into high vibrational energy. The higher the vibrational energy of the opportunities coming your way will be. And then you are reminded that you are being divinely guided and protected through this process. You are being watched over as you are birthing the new you and where you're going. So you have 3 cards that came out for advice on this. And so you have release. You are honorable and courageous. Release what no longer serves you. Free yourself from connections from negative influences. Cut cords in order to forge new relationships or opportunities. So be willing to let go of what does not work. Wait, that was 2020. Yes. So we are turning the page. We're going into this new energy. We're going into this Aquarian energy and dragging along and bringing in the crap that doesn't work. It is time to release that. Ask St. Michael to come and cut the cords. You can ask Metatron to help you cut the cords. You can just say, higher self, help me to cut the cords of any vows or commitments I have made, past, present, future, all timelines, all lifetimes, that do not serve my higher good and the highest good of all. And then you have grounding. Reaching across the zodiac, right? So that keeps coming up a lot. Sticking your hand out across the zodiac, and for you, that'd be Taurus. And Taurus is a very grounded energy, right? And with all this Aquarian energy, in order to really manifest things, to take things, ideas, dreams, goals out of the ethers and pull them down, you have to ground them. And grounding is having very practical steps and moving forward, but also remembering that this year, in order to create the change, you're going to have to do the work. It's not, there is a need this year to really put the effort in. And so that alchemy, right, of the water and the earth. Again, your water reaching across towards the grounded energy. Water needs a container. Earth's great for that. Just as the earth needs the water to soften it. It's a really beautiful alchemic marriage that happens between water and earth. Just like fire and air, very great energy that way too. It's to stand up forcibly for what you believe. Your strength and intelligence will get you through. Don't rush your decision based on limited information. Welcome others' constructive opinions, but don't allow yourself to be pushed. And then you have manifestation. And so you ground yourself, and then manifestation happens as above, so below. From thought to creation. Manifestation. Your insight is limitless. Scorpio, you have such... One of your superpowers is your ability to observe everything. You can observe what's going on inside of you. You can observe what's going on inside of other people. Great intuition that way. But you also observe the interactions. My sister is a Scorpio rising, and something that she doesn't understand what a power it is. She kind of gets overwhelmed by it, and so this may happen to you also, is that she can, in her head, in a matter of moments, run through all the possible scenarios of outcomes of if I do this, then that, right? Which, by the way, makes her really hard to beat in chess. I'm just saying. So, don't ask me how I know. So there's this ability, and she's a Sagittarius sun, so she's lucky also. What? Okay. But there's this ability that you have to run through a bunch of scenarios and be able to see the picture and know what to do. And so your ability your insight, it's limitless. Trust that your vision is true. Believe in your wisdom and creative powers can manifest what your heart desires. And so remember, again, that's that Neptune and that Neptune and Pisces is very supportive of whatever it is that you're trying to create right now. And it's going to be there for a little while. So it's been there, and it's going to continue to be there for a while. So do not hesitate. Your intelligence and resourcefulness will forge your dream into reality now. This energy now is so freaking fertile. And whatever it is that you are thinking about, you're going to manifest. And so staying in the higher vibrational energy of the positive way of thinking is definitely the way to go with this kind of energy. And so some really beautiful things happen while that moon is in Libra. Beautiful things happen. First off, we get Mars moving into Taurus. That is your 7th house of partnerships, business or personal. But it is also that is energy of Mars likes to take action. Taurus will take action, but it likes to take it slow and steady, wins the race, right? Like I make a commitment, I'm moving in that direction. This is the way we're going. And so that ability to really, oh God, really? Okay. One of my guys just said to sort through the bullshit. Really? Okay. So to figure out what works and what doesn't work, what's important and what doesn't, I know which one that was, by the way. Okay. So he's a Scorpio rising that just said that. It was actually somebody I knew that passed, and he likes to show up for the Scorpio readings. Okay, so then the moon is going to be in trine, which is, in sextile, which is a supportive energy with Venus in Sagittarius as she moves through the galactic center. This is happening on Wednesday. And Venus going through the galactic center is going to have a lot of healing energy come with it. And it's also going to be it's that limitless information coming in about what true abundance is for you. The wisdom of the divine feminine, the receptivity, and everybody has divine feminine and divine masculine in them. And so you've got the divine masculine energy of Mars in Taurus that wants to create foundation and support systems by taking action, and the information and the wisdom coming in through the divine feminine at the galactic center. This is how you figure out what is truly creates abundance in your life. And so navigating that energy through your intuition, figuring out what you're going to manifest, and then creating a plan. It's such beautiful supportive energy for that. On Thursday, the moon is going to move into Scorpio at 3:53 a.m. And then the moon is going to square, that's that tense energy, with Saturn and Jupiter. And they're like, okay, come on, what's the plan? What you going to do? How you going to do this? And at the same time, very shortly after that, the moon is going to oppose Uranus. And so for somebody, especially in the Eastern time zone, you could still be sleeping when this is happening. And so pay attention to your dreams, because all of a sudden there's this intuitive problem solving bolt of lightning that comes through. And you actually got for this the dream walker. So really paying attention to the downloads that you're getting for your dreams this week. In general, Scorpio, do this. Pay attention to what's happening here. So it is the dreams. It is the collective good. It is also weeding through the illusions of Neptune into what is real that you can manifest using Taurus. And so there's a lot of information coming to you. But it is about pushing through the resistance, and generally the resistance is the resistance within us, and surrendering to the divine. Surrendering not as in, oh, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I've said that for a long time. And then finally they're like, that is not how it works. You tell us what you want and we will help you figure it out. And that's what the surrender is. The surrender isn't the dream. The surrender isn't what you want. The surrender is having to know all the details and every step along the way in order to get there. Because some of that stuff takes time and they got to move things around. And so when you say, this is what I want, and they're like, okay, that one might take time, but okay. You know, some of them are going to be like, oh, you can have that tomorrow. But it just kind of depends on what the universe can move around and how fast. And so, but surrendering and then looking for the opportunities, following that intuition that you know you're going to manifest, releasing the need to control the whole thing, staying grounded and doing the part that you're supposed to do, which is moving forward, but paying attention to your dreams and not letting go of what that is that you want and pursuing it almost doggedly, right? Like, okay, I'm moving in that direction. The Mercury is going to move into Aquarius on Friday, and Venus moves into Capricorn. So Venus is now in a very supportive energy for you. She's taken those dreams that she's identified running through the galactic center, and now she's in Capricorn where she's like, okay, making this plan, going to make it work. And in a few weeks, she's going to end up in conjunction with Neptune, Pluto, and Pluto's going to be like, we're transforming this thing, right? Oh yeah, let's get this done. So having a little bit of a plan, focusing in on that is a really great way to use this week. This entire week has this energy around it. What a great way to start a new year. I'm just saying, it has got the energy of and it's going to be slow picking up, okay? It's not going to be super fast until we get to probably new moon in Aquarius in the middle of February, but I think that there could be some around that full moon in gosh, what is that full moon going to be? I think it's going to be in Leo. Full moon in Leo, I think, happens on January 20th, and I think that's got a little bit of a powerful explosion coming with it. So things will start, you might be like a hurtling forward and then picking up speed kind of thing. Kind of like when the train pulls out of the station, it lurches forward and then it catches its rhythm. So however that ends up working out for you. So then on Saturday at 6:15 a.m., the moon is going to move into Sagittarius. We have a beautiful trine that day between Venus and Mars. And so while with the moon like looking ahead like that the way it does to the future. And by the end of the weekend, the moon is going to pass through the galactic center area too. And so there's just like all this energy of what are your belief systems, and are they the same ones that you had before, or are you willing to let go and move forward, and what do you want to create? And it's really working through the heart space, really working through the heart space. So you had a lot of cards that came out for that. You have discernment. All is not what it seems. Stay true to your knowing. Keep your dreams a secret. Scorpio. Of course you got that. Okay, and then you have compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. That's that inner child work. That is patching your own emotional bucket. That is knowing that you deserve everything, and loving yourself, and being willing to forgive yourself for the times when you didn't know that. That's why we're here, to learn and grow. And then you have miracles. Have faith that your miracle is on the way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. Surrender the how. Surrender the how. You don't need to know all the details. There's magic happening. Things are going to magically fall into place if you're willing to focus on what it is that you want, not on what you don't want, on what you want. And then be willing to take a couple of steps forward and let the universe propel you. Oh, that just came flying out of there. So this is your keyword for the week. And you have generosity. Sow the seeds. Oh, you cannot read these things at all in this lighting. Okay, never mind. Here's the cute little picture, though. Generosity. Sow seeds of kindness. That's that forgiveness. That's the compassion. Those are the seeds of kindness. The compassion you have for yourself, the compassion you have for others. Looks really good. All right. Well, Scorpio, I hope I see you on Monday Night Live. We'd really love to see you there. And if it's of interest to you, check out the course that I'm offering. It's very affordable, so it would be a great opportunity for you to do some more soul work and to connect with other like-minded people. All right, you guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon.